Hello guys, and welcome to Ride VIP the Ride channel. My name is Serge. In today's video I want to talk about eBay business and how I plan to grow my used car parts business on eBay to like $1 million items listed, and everything that I'm kind of like doing at this point to get to that level. You probably were seeing that I'm posting some videos about that. This channel is not only dedicated to rideshare, but it's gig economy and like anything business related, like motivational type of stuff. Let me know if you do like that kind of content. I do have a dedicated eBay only specific channel, which I will be posting stuff too. But if I'm posting to eBay, obviously, then it means I'm not doing a rideshare, at least not at that moment. And then I will be taking time off, obviously, from rideshare so that I could work on my business. And I understand most of you guys working in this type of industry, you are an entrepreneur, you're some kind of businessman, you're looking for other opportunities, other strategies that you can use to maximize your earnings, whether it's on Uber or Lyft or anything else in the gig economy. And we're all sharing technical ideas like with each other, whether it's in the comment section or on YouTube if you guys have a channel or whatever. And I don't mind contributing. I really enjoy it. But let me know in the comments below whether or not you like the fact that I'm sharing what else I'm doing besides rideshare on this channel. Like regardless, I will I will post like whatever, because it is my channel. But let me know if you think it's a good idea. Is this something that's helping you out? Because I received a lot of comments from you guys, like letting me know that you actually enjoy this type of content and you like to just like listen to the podcast style videos, like of me talking. It's motivational, and you guys turn it on like when like let my video play when you guys are doing something in the background, and that helps you stay motivated, and perhaps it unlocks some kind of key in your life to where you want to push yourself to the next level and keep things going. And I want to make sure that I contribute to that, because I think we all should uplift each other instead of doing the opposite. I only know like stuff about positivity. Like I don't like to focus on negativity. So if there's a way that I can contribute to society by posting some motivational videos, especially during the times where I am actually trying to grow something at the moment, I'm focusing on it, I am determined, and I'm trying to basically build something that I never built before. I'm trying to basically have the best business that I ever did. And at 43 years old, more and more do I realize what works, what doesn't, what exactly that I want to do, because I want to be able to be honest with myself and with you guys as to what works, what kind of business should I be doing, that kind of thing. But anyways, with that being said, guys, I do want to let you know that I appreciate each and every one of you tuning in and to listen to me. I don't know how long this video is going to be, but this is what I do want to tell you guys. In case you're watching me for the very first time, I'm just like you. I don't have like any, I'm because it's kind of funny how it's going to sound like, because when I say like I'm just like you, okay, like I'm doing like rideshare, I'm just like you, and I'm a blue collar worker, okay. You don't need any special education to do what I do, especially rideshare. You don't need any special education to be able to do your own small business, to be able to grow something. This is the beauty of being an entrepreneur. Like, you just do you, and you know what works for you. You know what kind of business you want to do. And so this may motivate you to progress with your ideas, where you're going. But when we're doing rideshare, we have a lot of time on our hands, and we want to use that time effectively, efficiently, and ask ourselves, what else can we be doing that we can be doing to make additional income, some kind of some kind of side gig that grows and actually becomes a really good income stream for you. It grows into a business, and then replaces your rideshare income, and then you can gradually move towards that thing that you're working on, and that's going to be your income provider, and you're going to be happy doing it. And that's what's important, because if you're doing something that you love, then you're going to have cake and eat it too, by having the freedom in your life that you want to do the things that you enjoy, and that thing actually will make you money. Okay, for me, I always like selling online. I remember the very first time I got a chance to experience something like that. This was way before eBay, like before I even had an eBay account, before I even thought about selling anything at eBay. This was like, maybe eBay was around, but it was like in beginning stages. But like at that time, I was playing, this is probably gonna sound funny to some of you guys, but I like video games. But at that time, this was like year, like 1999, and I was playing EverQuest. This was before EverQuest 2. This was like EverQuest. And in EverQuest, they used to have like this tunnel that was called EQ tunnel, and you could like come there and sell items to players. You literally had to speak to players to sell it to them, you know? And then I was making like lots of money there, like by, you know, like finding special items. I was buying stuff from other players. I was reselling it. And before you know it, I understood the market. I understood how much things are going for, what people are willing to pay for those certain items, what was special. I knew if somebody was selling an item too cheap, I'd go ahead and grab it. I negotiate with them, then I resell it to somebody else. And I actually became rich in the game by doing that. And then they came up with like this new expansion, which it's funny that I actually remember that. Like, it's probably like 24, 25 years ago. They had this expansion, I think it was like called like Nexus or something, that you have to talk to, and it takes you to the moon. Like that's what they had, like that's what they called it, like in a game. So when you go to that area, that was completely like, I guess, like new technology that allowed you to be able to go to that new world, and things in that little world worked a little differently. They were able to implement things like you could become a vendor and list items as a vendor, like, and you leave your character online, like you don't log out your character, and your character's just going to be standing there. People could come and click on you like a vendor in the game, and they could see what items you're selling and how much you got to list it for. And then the cool thing is, maybe you wake up, or maybe you come from your work and you're looking like, oh, all these items sold, and you know, you made all kinds of money with it, and you're happy, and then you're able to buy whatever you want, and then you could you know, like also buy some stuff to resell and just keep the process going. And that was really fun for me. Like, I really enjoyed it, and I kind of thought like, man, I wish I could just do that, like, and make money that way. And at the time, like for me, like eBay was just like not something that I was doing. Like I don't know whether I knew about it or not, like I can't remember. Like, but everything was new at the time. Google was new, everything was new. And I remember like AOL was still a thing, like, and dial-up internet was still a thing, you know. So those were the days. But a little bit later on, like fast forward, like you know, I played similar games, and like there's one, Lord of the Rings Online, and that had an auction. Like your character was able to go to an auction and list stuff at an auction and make money. And again, I became rich in the game because I was able to understand the market and resell stuff to players. And I always thought like, well, can't this be replicated in real life? That you could just learn the market, understand what things are going for, because people are buying and selling things all the time, and you could like buy from other resellers and you could resell back, you know, like that. And that's kind of like what I was thinking. So I guess if you would take eBay, it means you can technically, if you understand the market, you can source items directly from eBay, and then once they arrive, you go ahead and relist them for what they're going for, because you understand that market. You understand? And that would be really fun. So I am doing a variation of that right now. I'm not like sourcing right now from actual eBay, because there's only so much you can do, right? So a little time. I'm trying various different things. So this is not the main goal, obviously, to source, because my main goal is I already have all that stuff. I already bought like 35 cars that I'll be disassembling, not all of them, most of them, for parts. And I'm going to grow that. It's not like I have this dream, oh, I need to buy all these cars. I have them. I have the property, I have everything. And guys, despite me speaking fast and everything, like, like, I'm sorry if I sound arrogant or anything like that, like, in advance. I do not think I'm better than anybody. I'm just a blue-collar worker in a gig economy that's been self-employed since 2007, and I've tried various businesses, and some successes, some failures, and I do enjoy making money, like, don't we all, right? And I do enjoy the freedoms, and because of that, I worked very hard to get to the point where I am right now. Even 9 years ago, before I had all these cars, I had a dream of owning my own home. Okay, I didn't buy nothing luxurious because I just want to get my foot on the door. So I bought a small home with 1.5 acre property. And when I say that, I'm combining two properties together, because one of them is a commercial zone property, which is located right next door. And before I even bought it, like, I had a vision that one of them is going to be my business, another one's going to be like my personal property. Now, keep in mind, the one that I wanted to be a business wasn't even zoned commercial. Just so you know, it wasn't zoned commercial. That was 2 residential lots that I have purchased, okay? And I paid cash for everything 9 years ago. You could really, really score a good deal. And I really bought the worst home you could get, overgrown property with weeds. Like, I'm not even going to get into that, because I will in some other videos, and I already have. Just take a look at my channel. But I've seen the vision that I could completely renovate that home and live, like, sort of like in like a nice small home with open spaces that's modern, and it's got all the modern amenities and stuff that you would want in a home. So I built that. Like, I'm not quite 100% exactly with where I want to be. Like, I think we never are, because you constantly want to grow. Like, you just don't reach that state and say, oh, I'm done. Like, no, I have other visions of, like, I want to build that home to make it bigger. I would like to be able to build a big shop for me, like a huge warehouse. And for that to happen, I got to really, 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 really hustle, or I can create a business that works for me, that I also have free time. And for me, that is actually eBay. That is going to be the best business that you could do, where you could just resell stuff. And why eBay? Because eBay is versatile for me. I could sell, like, literally anything. Like, I'm not, like, blocked from most of the items like you would be on Amazon, because they do gate you from selling certain things on Amazon unless you could prove that you have a legit source or whatnot, and then apply for it, and then I guess they let you in. But all that takes time. Amazon is great for Amazon FBA, like product label, reselling books and whatnot. Like, I mean, I'm not saying it's not. It's great, But would I really be selling used car parts on Amazon? I don't think so. I don't think that's how it works. Would I even want to sell used car parts on Amazon? I don't know. I just don't know. Amazon allows free returns left and right, and people are taking complete advantage of that. Of course, when you're selling stuff, expect returns and accept returns. That way people are happy. But obviously your goal is not to have returns. Your goal is to be able to make money. So, I just think that eBay is like one of the best platforms to do that. I mean, it's well known. Everybody knows it. They have their eBay Motors, and they have the whole shebang, basically. Like, anything that you would really, really want with eBay. And I had an account with eBay for 19 years, and I actually just got off the phone with them earlier today, and you've probably seen that video. And I found out some additional things, because in time things change, and also in time we could get misinformed, and I always like to get information from the source. So if I'm talking about something and I say that I know something, then I do. But, like, some stuff I might say, like, and I'm like, hey, I don't know, that did not come from the source. Like, I don't, like, it just somebody's he said, she said type of thing, and that could be misleading. It could be wrong information, and that's what I've been finding. There's wrong information on YouTube, of course. You're gonna have that. You're gonna have a lot of people posting stuff. It's, you're unlimited. You can do whatever you want. You can just post stuff. But anyways, when it comes to eBay and selling eBay car parts, well, selling anything really, I guess the most important thing is you list some stuff, okay? You at least get some kind of level of understanding what it takes to make money on eBay and experience making money and losing money. That's important. It's important to learn and it's important to learn with stuff that maybe like around your house that you really don't care too much for. It was just there. Okay, you lost it. You got to learn experience out of it. Okay, it's not like $1,000 item that you now lost because you don't know this one thing, and then when you sold it, somebody tricked you, and now you lost it. Okay, so it's very important that you first test drive the system. You list stuff. You try things out. You make money. You lose money. It's fine. You try to do the best you can. You try to learn. That's what it takes. So I've been kind of like recently just test driving pretty much eBay, if you could say that, right? I mean, I've been doing eBay for a while. I've been having a store for a while. But the thing is, I was always just reselling. I have like right now I have like $37,000 of stuff listed. Okay, that is nothing. That to me is just like, okay, I just listed some stuff, that I had. Sure, maybe it sounds like a big number, but it's really not. The thing is, over time, numbers grow, and I also yes, I have right now I have a small store. So you might be thinking, how the heck, this is impossible. Trust me, it is possible. I'll do like a screen recording at one point where I'll show you like everything in my eBay store, and you'll be able to see exactly what I'm talking about. But right now, take my word for it, because I will do a screen recording. You'll be able to see that on this channel. If you guys would really want to see everything about like eBay here, like while I'm not doing rideshare, I'll still continue posting rideshare videos as long as I'm doing rideshare, and also talking about, let's say, like anything else that I'm doing. But I will record eBay screen, and I'll show you how I'm listing items. I'll show you what stuff is listed, everything that's kind of going on. Like, I'll show you that type of stuff, okay? So you could learn. But currently I have about $37,000 of stuff listed, and I only have a small store that costs like $5 a month, 250 items that I could list. So you might be thinking, how the heck you have that much money, okay? Well, I'll tell you what. I have some items that have large quantities of. So I list one listing and so many, like hundreds of items in that category. So it's like one listing, but it's like hundreds of items, okay? So I have many listings like that, and some of those things, they cost a lot of money. Like one piece could cost like 90 to 100 bucks or more, okay? So imagine quantity, and then you have that. So I have that, okay? And I have a variety of different items, because I like to try things. It's like what I was telling you earlier. You learn the market, you learn what works. Hey, if it sells and it works, I don't mind selling it. I don't mind paying $3 and making 20 on it. Might not sound like a lot, but look, where else are you gonna get that kind of return? I mean, if you invest $3 and you get $3 back, that's already considered like really good returns, right? If you could just keep repeating it over. But if you spend $3 for something you made 20, 25 bucks on it, like, would you take that? I would, heck yeah. And then once you learn that, you rinse and repeat. You now like find those similar items. So I've been trying various things, because why not? If I see money, like good money, I'm not talking about pennies. I'm not gonna pick up a penny and try to basically be richer. No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm talking about, like, you see an item that's going for $3 and you know you could make 20 on it. Would you sell it? I would be asking myself this question, like, where can I find more of those items? Can I find a supplier? Can I find a bulk amount of items that I could buy, like, and pay, let's say, like X amount of dollars, but I'll have a lot of that stuff. And even if it doesn't sell right away, if, let's say I have like hundreds of this kind of stuff, and 1 or 2 sells a day, hey, I'm happy with that. And, you don't just put a bunch of stuff in your store and expect everything to sell out in one day. You want to have a store, like, you have everything in it. One one other thing that I want to explain to you guys before we continue, since I did mention a store of 250 items. That is confusing for a lot of people. People think on YouTube, I've literally heard it, like, and it's so misleading, and I almost fell for it because I'm thinking, am I missing something? Some people are thinking that just because you get 250 free listings every month with the starter store, you can get 250 free listings every single month. Yes, you will, but hold on a minute. So you just listed 250 items, and a month goes by and you get an additional 250 items that you can list. Did you sell any of those items? That's the question. If you sold all 250, yes, you will have 250 more free listings. But if you don't sell 250 items, you only get to relist those items that you have, or decide to end those listings and list new listings because they're not selling. So that's the only thing you could do. But some people have hinted at the fact that don't be upgraded to those expensive stores. Why don't you have this 250 item store here? Take it easy, 1 to 5 items a day, right? A month goes by, you just have another 1 to 5. Before you know, you have thousands of items in the store. Well, how the heck are you gonna have thousands of items in the store with a store that's only 250 item store? You can't have it, okay? You will be paying per each additional item after 250, 35 cents insertion fee. That's what it is. It used to be 30 cents, and actually when I was on the phone they were telling me 30 cents, but I know it's 35 cents. It's just, maybe I've been grandfathered in. Maybe I have under the old pricing when it was 30 cents, okay? But you will probably be 35 cents insertion fee. But they literally told me first like 35 cents, but then they were looking at my account, they said 30 cents for me. And I have it recorded on a phone call, you know. But anyways, if you want to grow your eBay store, right? Growth will not happen immediately. Growth takes time. Don't just buy yourself an anchor store for $300 a month just because you can list 25,000 items. You're not going to list 25,000 items. Guess what? The basic store, which allows you to list 1,000 items, if you just divide that into 30 days, you'll have like something about like, I don't know, like 33 items that you can list every single day. So think about it. Okay, basic store, 33 items. Can you list 33 items? So I've been listing about 15 items. I've been working like a couple hours on my store every day, 15 items a day, and that's still a lot of work because yes, you've been listening for 2 hours, but you also been kind of cleaning up, you've been getting stuff ready, you carry here, something here, you organize something there. Before you know, 6 hours goes by. And that's just for those 15 items. And you're like, it takes time, even though like you're trying to get better at the processes, but it takes time. Of course, in time, you will increase that speed. You'll be able to list things faster, right? But is it plausible that I could list 33 items? Yes, I could list 33 items a day. Is this normal for eBay? No. About 5 per day is about the norm what people are listing. So if you're going to be listing more than 5 items per day, you're already growing at a faster pace. Okay, so at about 5 items per day, give or take, you know, you will take up all of your 250 spaces that you have available when you start a store in about a month. So after that month, you need to think about it. Like, okay, am I just selling like this junk? Is it moving? Will it eventually sell? You know, like you need to look at the seller's rank. You know, like if you really want to dive deep, right? And you look if the stuff is selling or it's not selling, and you decide, okay, should I, you know, stick with a 250 item store? Because that's the only thing you get. Should I maybe end some of these listings, or maybe should I correct some of my listing mistakes if you have any? Maybe, you know, fix some things, go to item specifics and correct some things, whatever, and then maybe it's gonna sell. You know, mind you, it takes about 24 hours for the listing to update once you actually updated that listing, because you have to get in there and you revise the listing, and once you revise it, 24 hours to take effect. It will show up right away for you, but algorithms will not pick it up until 24 hours passes. So, therefore, in the beginning, fine. just get yourself a starter store, 250 items. Go ahead and list all of them. Even if they're not selling, it's okay. This is the way I look at it. It's okay. And I'm not even gonna say you have junk in there. Leave that stuff in there. Don't mess with that. Well, when I say don't mess with it, like don't take it out. Why don't you just then offer a discount, offer a huge promotion? Maybe even sell it for what you got it for. Like make sure you don't have free shipping. That can really mess you up, especially if it's going to Puerto Rico or Alaska. Those two places right there. There's some other ones. They're considered the United States, obviously. Oh yeah, and Hawaii, right? So Hawaii, Puerto Rico, and Alaska will cost a lot to ship to. Okay. Or if you're on the East Coast like I am, to ship to West Coast, a lot of money. So if you're offering free shipping, or if you're offering flat rate shipping, like flat rate that everybody pays for whatever package, you might be at a loss on some packages. Maybe it's fine for you, maybe it's not. But keep that in mind. And if it's a small item, fine. But big items, you'll pay a lot of money. What I do is I do calculated shipping. I specifically do this. I list an item, reasonably priced, according to competition, and for the shipping, I choose FedEx. That's my shipping that I choose. Okay. Most people don't choose FedEx because it's the most expensive option, and most likely your item's not going to sell right away because the shipping will cost more. But why am I choosing FedEx over USPS or even UPS? Well, for the UPS, I don't have an answer for you because UPS would be a good choice. USPS has let me down already a couple times. Lost my packages. Do I want to lose packages? No. FedEx never let me down. So FedEx is also convenient for me because I can take packages to FedEx all the way up until Walgreens closes. As a matter of fact, I'm on the way to Walgreens right now. I mean, I just got off work technically. I was doing a Lyft all night, but I have a package with me that I packaged up that I sold on eBay. I gotta take that to FedEx, and that's basically Walgreens. So I'm gonna take it into Walgreens location, and I could take it in Best 5, obviously, which is great. So, UPS, why would that not work for me? Yeah, great company and everything, but usually they're only open till like 6 or 6:30, something like that. Not bad. But I could even bring stuff on the weekends, like literally Sunday. I could bring a package and drop it off at FedEx Walgreens location. And guess what? The package gets scanned in, which will let the buyer know that it's already at the shipper. It's already there. Whether or not the package gets picked up right away or shipped, that's up to them already. Like, that has nothing to do with me anymore. The most important thing is the buyer notices that I am responsible. I got the shipping label right away. I took it to the post office right away. I always take it that same day, except for this particular item. This just literally sold last night. Like, it sold, I don't know, like 7 or 8 o'clock p.m. And I immediately, I stopped what I was doing. I went and I packaged everything up and I put it in my trunk because I'm like, okay, I'm gonna drop it off first thing in the morning. So that's what I will do. So I really find great convenience and the fact that I could drop packages off. I love that. Now you could also have, like if you have like a really good well, not like really good, like I guess it's not a right word for it. Like if you have a lot of items that you're selling every day, you could have USPS come by and pick up your packages, and same thing goes for FedEx. You'll just have to work out the time, make sure everything's packaged up and things of that nature, and so that they could be picked up at the same time. What I end up doing, I just deliver mine to just Walgreens. It's no big deal. Just deliver it and be done with it. But yes, once I get lots of packages to where maybe it's an extra hassle for me to do that, maybe I'll have them to pick it up. It's no big deal. I just want to make sure that in the beginning, I just keep it simple. And at this point, this is simple. So anyways, I do want to also let you know, earlier I mentioned how I'm sort of like test driving the system. So my goal is to sell used car parts. Used car parts can go from like, the parts are all over the place, depending on what you're selling. Because if you have like this very, very expensive car, or like very expensive engine, let's say you're selling a Hellcat engine, how much is that, right? So let's just say it's $10,000. So you have a $10,000 item listed. Do you want to lose money on that $10,000 item? I don't think so. Do you want to lose money on a $500 item? I don't think so. If you lose a $20 item, yeah, it might hurt your feelings. But guess what? You'll be okay. It's not going to break you. So the way I'm test driving it is, I bought some stuff from Goodwill for like $2-3, and I listed it to eBay, and it's selling. I'm making like 20, 25 bucks, 30 bucks, 40 bucks. Yes, 40 bucks on some stuff. And $2-3 items. Like I have a like really great return. So essentially what's happening with that? Maybe I'm not making tons of money like I would with parts, but it's getting my feedback up higher. Also, it's getting the ball rolling. Things are selling. Also, if there's anything that's gonna go wrong, and I have to return some money, I don't lose as much money, and I will fix whatever's wrong. Like maybe something wrong in the system or in the process that I'm doing. In the beginning, everyone makes a mistake. I'm not a beginner by any means. I've been with eBay like 19 years, but the thing is, I was just an average, I'd say like an average type of person. So over time, sure, I worked up numbers to be bigger, you know, like how much I got listed, because I tried to have a small store so that doesn't cost me a lot, so I could do everything else I wanted to do, but I wanted to make sure I have quantity of items. So if I could only list 250 items, how can I list 1,000 items? You know, that type of thing, without having to pay for 1,000. Well, that's to have quantity. They don't charge you extra to have quantity. So if you have 100 things of something, it's quantity, you know. So that is all great. I do want to say this. All that stuff is working fine for me right now. Sure, probably gonna run into some glitches, some this or that, and I will make videos about that. I will correct them. I will make systems better. Okay, but my goal is to start disassembling the car parts and fill up a 10 by 20 storage. I have on my property. This is mine. That's built. So I'm gonna fill it up, and then I have another one that's storage that's ready to go, but I have to still, you know, I have a roof, walls, and I gotta put shelving in there and everything else, and you know, that kind of thing. And then I'm gonna start filling that area up. I just want to go step by step. I fill up one area, then move on to the next. Before you know it, I have a full warehouse of things. Okay, so I am growing things, and right now I'm also finding that besides buying stuff, there's a lot of crap that we just have that we not even using. It's in boxes, literally just being stored. So I'm just like taking that stuff out and I'm listing it. And of course, you know, it's not like what I'm going to be selling, but the thing is, it's just sitting there. Why not make me money? Like, why not just list that stuff? So that's what I'm doing. So I'm at this point where if I list today, and I do plan to make some listings today before I go to sleep, because I've been working all night and I plan to get back out there, hopefully start working at 6 p.m. and it's currently almost 11 a.m. So I don't have a lot of time, but maybe I could give myself a couple hours on my eBay store, list about 15 items, and at that point I'm going to be at my limit of 250 items, because right now, like, I'm at like 231 items listed, because I sold some stuff and I shipped it. So I understand 15 doesn't add to those numbers, but I'm just like rounding numbers out because I don't want to go over, you know, over my listing capacity. But probably today, because when I think of something, I do it right away. Like when you think about doing something, you gotta do it right away, because this is not a huge decision. So instead of paying for the whole store up front, I'm just going to keep it easy, you know, take it easy. I'm just gonna pay monthly. Why monthly? If I'm not consistent and I'm not listing how I'm supposed to, I'll downgrade my store. That's still, this is not like a huge deal, right? I mean, it's just $25 store. So 25 bucks if I pay up front. $27.95, let's just say $3 more, $28 if I'm gonna pay for it every month. So I just lose an extra $3. Who cares? Who cares? I spend way more on marketing. I promote every single listing. So that's not gonna cause me to lose sleep over $3, okay? But let's say you think you're serious about eBay and you bought yourself maybe more expensive store. You're like, well, $1,000, 1,000 items a month? Just 33 items per day? That's nothing. That's nothing. I need a 5,000 item store. Let's just pay $77, for that store. Yeah, I'll just do that. And then you're like, oh, I'll save money. I don't know like what it is. It's gonna be like slightly less than 70. And you're like, I'm just gonna pay for the whole thing up front. And you pay that up front. And then you quickly realize, you're like, oh, this is not for me. I'm not making any money. Or you're like, no, you find something else. Maybe you don't want to do it. Maybe you're not serious about it. So man, that's a kind of a mistake, because I doubt that they want to give you money back. That's the whole idea of paying for the store in front. I don't think you're gonna see that money. But let's say, like for me, if I do that, like just pay every single month $27, and if next month something happens, I can't list or whatever, I just downgrade my store to a lower level. Simple as that. So that's a lot more flexible. I like flexible. I like to be able to just stop what I'm doing, do something else, and vice versa. Just be able to manage everything. Cool thing about eBay as well, if you go on vacation, you can just put your store on vacation that you're not going to be able to list without impacting your store. So that's really great. You don't have to worry about stuff selling, and you're not there to really ship it, and then you ruin your, like standing with eBay. But anyways, I'm going to finish up. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and upgrade the store today. That's what I'm doing. I'm gonna ship this package today. Then I'm gonna make some listings. Finish up listing items that I sourced, because I sourced those items. I want to go ahead and list them because I sourced them. Go ahead and just list them, whether they sell or not. I don't care. And then I will start listing parts. And occasionally I'm gonna find some junk that, well, not junk, stuff that we're not using anymore, we really don't care for it anymore. Just go ahead and list that and see, maybe somebody could put it to a better use and go ahead and sell that. That's what I'm going to be doing. But my goal is to list hundreds of items per day. That's a big ask, right? That is my goal. You gotta always have some kind of goal. Like hundreds, that doesn't mean 200. It could mean 200, could mean 300. But the thing is, let's just say not hundreds, but at least 100, okay? More reasonable. That means 3,000 items roughly per month that you're gonna list. So obviously, having a $25 store is not enough. You're gonna have to go to a $70-some store. But here's the thing. Why am I saying all that? If you have a goal of listing 100, but you list 50 per day, are you gonna complain? No. And you might miss a day. Now you listen 25 a day, so that $25 store is probably still good, but at least you're pushing yourself to at least have 1,000 items. But here's the thing. Take it easy. This 1,000 item store, you will list some stuff, and in the beginning you don't know what you're doing. Some stuff is not going to be selling. You listed it, but it's not selling. You're just building your inventory, which is fine, because this can help you increase your seller limits and all of these good things, and the amount of money that you're gonna list. It will help you do that. In the meantime, you're like, okay, well, I already listed 1,000 items. It's not really selling that well, and then you have to make a decision. Do I maybe remove some of those listings and release some new stuff, or maybe price them to sell? Or you're like, look, I don't care. I'm building my inventory. Let me just go ahead and buy the next store. I don't know what the next store name of the name of the next store is, but it's more of a nicer store. It's I think like 5,000 item store, and then the next one after that is an anchor store for like 25,000 items or above, something like that. So already listing 5,000 items, that's gonna be like a lot. But here's kind of like what I'm thinking. You could easily run out of space within a month if you have a 250 item store. Within the next couple months, you'll easily run out of space with a store that's your $25 store, because you're only getting an extra 750. You're not getting a full 1,000 because you already have 250 listed. So technically, you're only getting 750. Okay. So the next store that you get for 5,000, technically you just got an extra 4,000. If it took you 1 month to list a whole 1,000 items, then probably the next 4 months you're going to be out of space as well. But by this time, you'll have 5,000 items listed. You're making pretty good income. And then, I mean, if that's the only stuff you have, maybe you keep it like that. But maybe you're making so much money that maybe things are just like, you know, you have 5,000 items, but you're selling hundreds of items every day, and you're also listing hundreds of items every day. And the store is moving along because now you finally know what the heck you're doing, and you're actually making good money. But let's say that's not the case. Well, next, you got the $300 store. And the $300 store, that's a good deal. That's a virtual store, basically. That's got 25,000, yeah, like 25,000 item, you know. I mean, come on. That's crazy. Like that's a huge warehouse. If you have that many items to list, then you're already a big baller, you know. You could afford it $300. I don't need to explain this to you, that's for sure. Because 25,000 items. I mean, I understand that once your 5,000 runs out, maybe you need to be at a 6,000. Maybe you gotta think a little bit, because okay, $75 store versus $300 store, that's almost 4 times. Well, it is 4 times. But basically, I think if you're taking eBay seriously and this is your business, then there should not be an issue. Go ahead and get the $300 store because you already have like 5,000 items listed. Just continue doing what you're doing. Double it up. Maybe hire somebody to help you. Learn how to sell better. Learn how to do better research. Learn how to source better. Because if you source better, you will find items that actually sell fast, or at least within a few months. So you know that stuff is going to be moving. But what you really want is you want to build up your inventory. Basically, you don't see empty Walmart. They have a bunch of inventory. They don't sell out in one day. You know, if they did, that would suck for us because we would come there, it's empty shelves. So you do want to have a store. You do want to have somebody that comes there and looks at the store, and it's nice. And it's a learning experience. You could make a nice store in time. So that is my goal. I want to focus completely on eBay and building my used car parts business, because I already bought all the inventory. I bought all the shelves. I got my forklift. I do need a warehouse space to be able to put those shelves to good use and a forklift. But here's the thing: I'm not going to be renting a warehouse. Not right now. Not like when I'm small like this. I mean, if I'm going to start like being like really professional, I want to find find employees and stuff like that. If I don't have a warehouse, then maybe I'll rent it. But my goal is not to rent a warehouse. My goal is to build a warehouse and to build spaces gradually as my business grows. Like, what's the point of me to build a warehouse right now? Let's just say like I'm getting some kind of big debt and I'm building this warehouse, putting all these shelves, got a cool forklift, but I'm the only one that's listing. Like, what is the point? Sure, it looks nice, but that doesn't mean that I'm more successful with my business. That just means I got a lot of space, more employees, because maybe I cannot afford it. Maybe I cannot afford it, but maybe you could if you built it. But the thing is, you really don't want to build right away. So maybe the best approach is maybe to actually rent in the beginning, unless you have a property and you have the money and you could just build it. Like I'm thinking about doing. I'm just going to build it on my property. That's it. But I kind of thought about it. I don't need to be building it right now. Like, I want to. It was almost kind of like my goal to build it this year, but I'm thinking, what's more important? Building a warehouse or working on my eBay business? And I think that's working on my eBay business. I need to use the space that I currently got and build as necessary. Build the next space, build the next space, build the next space. Even it would make more sense if you don't want to build nothing, rent a storage unit. Once you run out of space out of the storage unit, rent the space next door. You run out of space, run out of storage, so on and so forth. Keep renting. Storage units don't cost as much as a warehouse. You only pay for what you use. So that's important. But you guys probably heard me talk about various different things because I am skilled in many areas, and one of the reasons is I don't like to pay anybody to do anything for me, including hiring people to list for me or anything like that. I just do everything myself. I'm sort of like building systems, and when I put them in place, and also using the power of AI and other things to help me with pictures, with descriptions, with listing, I implement that kind of stuff, which is good. But then I'm that kind of person that understands technology. I understand how to use it. I've been around it for a very long time. I was exposed to technology slowly since I was 12 years old. Got exposed to Atari, and from then on, that was like 1993, to the regular Nintendo, Super Nintendo, and so on and so forth. Why am I saying that? Now, those were the days where when people had Ataris, regular Nintendos, and Super Nintendos, a computer was not in every home. Computers was in some homes, but not in every home. That was not a thing. But now, not only that we have computers in every home and printers and everything else, you have phone that is basically a computer. I literally use my phone for everything. My iPhone, I take pictures with the iPhone. I use the eBay app. I list on eBay app. I print directly from my iPhone. I do everything from the iPhone, guys. The only thing is I have not figured out how to print through my thermal printer with my iPhone. Okay, I use a computer for the thermal printing, but laser printer, sure. I mean, you get a nice laser printer, you put on your network, Wi-Fi network, you can print stuff, and I have one that does that and a QR code. Scan a QR code with using my Canon business printer app. I scan it, my phone directly connects to my printer, no problem. I could print any eBay labels or anything. I could print anything, once I connect from my phone, which is making it very convenient for me to be able to, run the business directly from my phone. That means anywhere I go, anywhere I travel, I keep an eye on my business. I'm looking at it, and if I have additional pictures or whatever, let's say I've taken pictures in advance, and I start working for Lyft, like today, there was a downtime, and I actually recorded a video. I probably sat there close to an hour waiting for something, but I was making a video, so that's fine. I was available, but I didn't have nothing. Am I going to complain about it? Heck no. But I could have used that time to actually make more listings, and I have before. I just chose at that time to just make videos. So today is videos day. I've made a lot of videos today talking about various different things, because I think of things that will help other people, and sometimes it's information that I just maybe learned, and I want to share it right away so that I don't forget it and that it goes out like right away, But basically, guys, if you're starting an eBay store, good luck. Good luck, because it's definitely a business, and you'll have to learn what works for you. Definitely go for it. If you want to start Amazon FBA, definitely go for that, or doing like retail arbitrage and sending stuff to Amazon FBA. Definitely good idea. If you can afford to do product label on Amazon, definitely go for it. That's a great way to make a lot of money. Huge competition, but I think in time, if you get enough feedback and you do everything correctly, you'll be able to move a lot of product, that you're going to be buying and reselling. And that's a rinse and repeat type of process. But today's video not about that, but I have tried that and I had some success. I haven't lost any money. I just experiment with different things, and like I said, I'm skilled in many different areas, but just because I'm skilled in those areas does not mean I want to do those things. If I needed to fix a car, I just basically, instead of paying somebody, and I didn't know how to fix it, let's say, right? I started small. Maybe it's my brakes or something. Maybe I needed to replace a radiator. I bought necessary tools, or maybe like a mechanic's toolbox, something $150. And then I started replacing stuff, or like with a set of screwdrivers, let's just say, right? And that gets me by. And then I see I need an additional part. Maybe I need a belt removal tool, and something that compresses brakes. And then before you know it, you do this, and then you get a tool for bleeding brakes and bleeding transmissions and pressurizing like radiators, or applying vacuum, to it, to where you could refill them properly. All that stuff takes time. But just because I do mechanics and I have fixed cars for people, and I could make good money at it. Like my brother made a very good business out of it. He's got a massive shop. He actually rented one shop, which is huge, 3 lifts in it, and he rented another shop that's 2 size of that shop, and he does really well. Basically modifying Porsches and fixing them for clients, all kinds of stuff, and he loves that. He always loved that. Like he loves cars, like working on expensive Porsches and stuff. Like me personally, I only love that as a hobby, like doing it for me. I think I would not really enjoy it as much working, well, fixing other customers, cars. However, I love reselling online. Not personally. I hate cold calling. I would not do cold calling. I hate receiving phone calls. I'm a bad businessman when it comes to answering my phone. I see it ring all the time. I never answer my phone because this is the way I look at it. I don't recognize the number. I don't answer. There's nothing that I need from that number. Nothing. They can't tell me nothing that I want. If I want something, I'm the one that's going to be calling. And usually I call the source, like for instance, like eBay. Okay, they're going to answer. They're going to talk to me. That's a business where they're dealing with me, so they need to be able to make sure that I have all the information that I need. But I also obviously advertise my mobile mechanics business that I really don't care about doing. I just do it for the heck of it, just to see if it could be done, and I have phone calls about that. I don't pick up my phone. And I also think that if somebody's serious about me fixing their car, they need to text me first. I think in today's day and age, you really should not be just calling people. Just text them first. Text them, find out if they're busy. Because look at my schedule, guys. My schedule is all over the place. I could be working at night. I could be working at daytime. I might skip a whole night altogether and work in the day and night. And I have done that this week. And therefore, I'm only dealing on 2 hours of sleep. But I do what must get done. And I don't complain about it. I just keep going and going. And with all that being said, I got a wife and 3 kids. So I have a pretty much work and life balance. But anyways, this video will come to an end. If you have any questions, please ask me in the comments below. I read every single comment from you guys, and I will try to make another video and show you guys what I'm doing. But in later videos, I plan to record a screen recording of how I list items. I'll just record a series of me listing items, boom, 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 listing, and you'll see exactly what I'm listing because I'm able to take pictures while I'm actually screen recording. And you'll see whoa, and the listing's going up. You will see how long it takes me to make a list, and then you will understand that it's realistic for me to be able to list more, because I think a couple minutes listing is up. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.